Hi guys, it's Synolve. How you guys doing? Sure hope you're doing well. Today I'm coming to do a video that is very interesting. I saw Cristina Bold do this video, and when I saw her I thought, now that's interesting. And the name of the video is, I'm pulling up my computer, it's How I Manifested the Impossible Even with Doubt. Now, I love talking about manifesting the impossible. And so I wanted to tackle this topic. I wanted to kind of share and talk about this topic with you guys, with my family. So stick around and stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. So one of the things that we have been taught, and Cristina Bold definitely discusses this in the video, is that you have to believe, like you have to not have any doubt, that the doubt is resistance. And so you can't manifest if you have any doubt. You can't manifest if you have any doubt. If you have any resistance, you got to clear all that stuff out. It's got to be clear. You got to know it. You got to know it. You got to know it. And that can be taxing and hard on yourself. We live in a world with a lot of dichotomies, right? Or polarization, where there's this end and that end. Yet with a magnet, the polar opposites attract. When you have this polarization between them, the magnets actually magnetize each other and pull each other. It's a force that pulls each other together. And so we've often discussed magnetization and being able to pull in what it is that you desire, solely based on the fact that you have to be a complete match for that, a complete equivalent for that. And sometimes it's just not the case. It's just not the case. And it's not the case in magnets, because opposites attract. This polarization that you see comes together. And so you don't have to be a complete match for it mentally, spiritually, meaning that you don't have to just 100% not have any doubt or have 100% belief. Belief does create things. It does. But we live in a world that's not quite exactly what we see, that there is more to this world than what we physically can see or physically know, right? Or physically believe. There are so many other things beyond just our 5, 6 senses. How many senses do we have? Like, there, beyond that, there's intuition. There's so much more to us, and sometimes we just don't tap into those things. And so we don't know those things. We don't know that. I mean, your mother was a mind reader, right? Like, she knew every step you were going to take before you took it. So sometimes we're not into the clairs. We don't see that people hear clairaudience, right? We don't know that there's a higher power, higher being within us, that the essence of ourselves is God, the very breath that God breathed into us, breathed life into us. Consciousness is at a higher state. And so we don't have to completely have it all figured out and know everything and not have any doubt. You would be canceling stuff, cancel all day long, working overtime, if you thought that, and I've thought that too, like I have to completely have absolutely no zero resistance, absolutely clear out all of my doubt, all of my blockages. Like, you just not living in a real world. And I know teachers have taught that before, and we've taught that for decades, but it is really stopping and blocking our manifestation by thinking that we have to 100% believe. You have to 100% be in belief. You have to 100% know that it's going to happen. I think knowing is good. I absolutely think knowing is good. And I talk about knowing. And that's one of the ways that I do manifest, through knowing. But I've also manifested when I didn't quite believe, when I didn't quite know how it was going to work out. When I manifested this house, when we were manifesting this house, I didn't quite know. I just would go to sleep every night and do the practice of living in the end of already living in this house or a house or better. But I didn't quite know how all that was going to work out. When my husband and I got together, I was, excuse me, I've been a little ill, y'all. Drinking some pure, very good for me. But I love pure juices, cranberry. But I have been, so when I manifested my husband, he wasn't looking for a girl. I mean, he wasn't at the time we were dating, before, when we met and we started dating, he wasn't looking for a girlfriend. He wasn't. I mean, we jokingly laugh about that and laughed about it then. Like, we were just going to be friends, right? Casually dating. And it turned quickly, right? Then he kind of knew, like, oh my gosh, she's the one. Real quick. But so it was opposites coming together. I knew I wanted a spouse, was looking for a spouse, but he was just having fun doing music and playing trumpet and playing his music, a college student, having fun, and loving his life. And I showed up. So you don't have to necessarily not have any doubt, right? Or have complete 100% belief in something for it to show up or for it to happen. Dr. Martin Luther King says, faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. That's what faith is. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. So you don't know completely how it's going to go. You just have this, and I know we'll talk about a mustard seed of faith, but you just have the inkling of the desire. Okay? You can have some doubt. It's okay. You can have doubt. It's all right. And you can still manifest regardless. You can still manifest regardless, even especially if it's a huge dream or if it's something you've never experienced before. You can have, even in the presence of doubt, there can be a manifestation. You can manifest what you desire. One of the things is, and that Cristina Bold talks about, and she talked about that you can go into the realm of possibility. You can go into the realm of infinite possibilities, right? That you can go into this realm of that exists where all things are possible, where it is possible. And if just to think that it's possible is enough. And that means you don't completely have any doubt, or you've zeroed out 100% doubt and you are just completely in belief. You might have a little doubt. You might have a little bit of uncertainty or unsurety. And that's okay, because you are human. I am human. Yes, I'm human. So you can have a little doubt, and that's okay. I think we have to get away from believing that you can't have any doubt or you can't act as a human. You can still have a little doubt and you can still manifest. You can still have doubt. And I'm not trying to put any amount on it. You can still have doubt and manifest. That is the reality, and that is true. Plenty of things you just don't know. I mean, how the Wright brothers actually felt when they were trying to fly. It hadn't been done before. So I'm sure there were nights like, I don't know if this is going to work. I believe it's going to work. I believe it's going to work. I believe it's going to work, but I don't know. It's going to work. Let's try it again. Let's try. And you just keep trying. But didn't mean that they didn't have some doubt, that some doubt never entered in their reality, that some, trepidation or wondering from time to time just didn't enter in. We just can make ourselves sick over wondering, right, if we're doing this right, if we're doing the manifestation right, if we're manifesting the right way. And we live in this world of opposites. And I talked about, mentioned that before. We live in this world of opposites where, for example, in this reality, we live in a world where if you work hard, Cristina Bold talked about this, if you work really, really hard, we have the supposition that, and we've been taught and told, if you work hard, then you will be wealthy, you'll be rich, you'll be able to live and have the American dream, and you'll have everything that you need. And we know plenty of people who work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard their whole lives and never really even are able to scrape two nickels together. And so listen to what we've been told. And I want you to hear what you've been told, but I also want you to process it through your consciousness, process it through your intuition. If it's not well sound right for you, it's not the right thing for you, it's not what's perfect for you, then you don't have to keep it. You don't have to keep it. You can throw it out. You can manifest. You probably manifested plenty of things where it's like you had a little doubt or you weren't really sure. Who knows, right? How do you know unless you try? You can still try, and you can still have within you the desire, and you can still manifest even with doubt. Even though you have a little doubt, a little trepidation, you're not really sure, you have some uncertainty around it, you can still manifest. You can. Look, we go out all the time. Just first, when she did her video, and I watched it several weeks ago, I was like, you know what? How many times do we go out and we're like, I hope I find a dress. I need a white dress for Sunday. You're like hoping you find a white dress, but you're just not sure. It's like, oh, I need, you need it for a gathering for a church, or you need it for an event, or you need to wear white for work. You need to wear, something for an outing you're going to, or maybe you're looking for a dress for a picnic, or you're looking for a certain pair of pants or shoes. You just go out shopping, or you go out on Amazon, or you go out on, to your favorite Shein, or to your favorite store, or shop, and you just look for it. But you're not certain, 100% certain you're going to find something. Now, you always find something. You're going to find something, but you're not in 100% certainty. You're not in 100% surety. Like when you leave and you say, well, I'm going grocery shopping and I need to get A, B, C, D. Okay, well, you're going grocery shopping, but you don't know if the store is going to have it. You just kind of leave and you're like, well, I hope, you leave, you write down your list of what you have, but you're not going in 100% certainty that they're going to have the ketchup, the mustard, the, whatever food it is, the noodles or whatever it is that you want, the mangoes. I wanted some mangoes the other day, and so I went to Be It Y, and so I didn't know if they were having any or not, because they had been out of season and it had not really looked good, but I had one, it was so good. So you don't know, but you're not in 100% like certainty. I know they're gonna have mangoes when I get there, right? You're just like, okay, I want a mango. And you're just like, okay, you just put it up to the universe, or you just write it down on your list and you keep going. How many times do we walk in uncertainty all the time, and stuff manifests and it comes? I walked out there with a mango, I was happy. All right. So you may go by a friend's house and you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna stop by this restaurant and hopefully they have the cookies that I like, or I'm going to stop by this bakery. I hope they have the donuts that I love. Okay, if they have it, you're like, okay, well, I love plain donuts. Now, my husband likes chocolate filled. He likes all kinds of fillings. Me, I'm just a plain or donut holes. That's it for me. But it's like, okay, so I want donut holes, and I go. I hope they have it. I mean, how many times you go to Starbucks and it's like you want your macchiato double, whatever. And you're like, okay, sometimes you go there, they are out of cream, or they're out of the macchiato, or they're out of whatever your particular flavor is. But you left your house going, did you go in certainty like they gonna have it? I know they going. No, you just left. And it's like, okay, well, if they don't, I'll go to another Starbucks or I'll go somewhere else. You were looking for the dress or the outfit or the shoes or the pants, right? For my guys who watch me, you were looking for the pants or the suit that you were looking for, or the shoes. And it's like, okay, well, if they have it, okay. If not, I'll just go to another store and I'll keep looking. I know, I know what I want, and that's it. But you don't leave your house always in certainty. Like, I know for sure they're going to have it. And so you approach the manifestation the same way. It's a bit of release. It is. But all you have to really believe is that it's possible, right? It's possible. There is a possibility. Sometimes you tell yourself that, like, there is a possibility that it could be there. There is a possibility, right, that what I'm looking for could be there. So, right, give yourself a break, step back for a moment, enter the field of possibility where it's possible, where you just say to yourself, okay, I don't have complete, full, right, like, I don't have complete, full certainty. I'm not completely sure, but okay, it could happen. It could happen. That's enough. And that's enough. It could happen. Just have enough belief and faith that it could happen. It could happen. That's really it. That is really it. That is enough, right? For you just to believe and have the belief and the idea that it's possible. It's possible. And not anymore. You don't have to go any further. You don't have to go spiral into your doubt. You don't have to spiral into your fear. Just enough to believe that it's possible. Give yourself a break, right? Liberate yourself, free yourself, okay? I can tell you, as someone who's manifested a lot of things, I don't always have 100% belief. I'm not always 100% not in doubt, right? Or don't have zero doubt. Sometimes I have doubts. I have doubts. I have fears like anybody else. I am human, okay? I'm human. And so where do I live? I live in the infinite field, okay? I say this all the time. I live in the infinite field. I actually have a group on Facebook called the Infinite Field. I live in the infinite field, okay? I live in the space of infinite possibilities that it could happen. I live in this space of what if, okay? I live in the space of trusting, believing, knowing my intuition, right? And it's something I can't see. It's not tangible. I can't like show you my intuition. I can tell you about it, right? That my intuition has guided me to so many amazing, wonderful things. I can tell you consciousness because I'm thinking and talking to you guys. These thoughts are flowing out from spirit into my pouring into my consciousness. They're being downloaded, just like Spirit said, you have got to tackle this topic because it's real. We live in a real world, and it's so many times, we can be so hard on ourselves or be so hard on other people. I've seen teachers be so hard on people with drumming in, you got to believe, you got to have faith, you got to get rid of this resistance, you got to get rid of your blockages, you got to get rid of all these things, you got to believe, you got to know, you got to have faith. Knowing, like I said, is one of my favorite ways. Knowing is one of my favorite ways to manifest. But I have manifested when I didn't know, when I was afraid, and when I was unsure. And this house is one of those things. I was kind of my husband said, oh, he wanted to move back to this little town, but I was like, I don't know, it's too expensive. I said that, and I said this in other videos. I wasn't quite in completely in total belief, but I was like, okay, it's kind of that thing, right? Okay, at your word. Okay, at your word. I'm gonna step in this water. I'm gonna step out of this boat, and I'm going to try it. I'm just going to live in a space of, okay, I can walk on water. Okay, it's possible, right? It's possible. I can have whatever I want. I can be a millionaire. I can be a billionaire. It's possible. It's possible. I've seen it done before. I've seen success stories of people who look at Tabitha Brown. Her whole social media blew up from the work that she's doing. Look at Cristina Bold. She's been on YouTube for a while, and then all of a sudden her beautiful channel is just blowing up. So many people. It's possible. All you have to believe is that it's possible. All right, whatever the case may be, having a baby, manifesting a baby, maybe you've tried before. I tried for a while before I had my first child. It was not the easiest for me, right? And so I do know that sometimes you just don't completely have faith in something. You just don't completely believe. But is it possible? That's what you have to ask yourself. And if you can say yes to it being possible, that it can live in the infinite field. It can live in another reality, that it could live somewhere in your mind, and you can kind of play with that. You can play with that, right? Play with the baby, hold the baby. You can play with that. Even if you have some doubt, it's okay. Even if you have a little doubt, whatever that is, right? It's okay, because you are human. I am human. Live in the field of infinite possibilities. Live in the field of infinite realities. Live in the field, what I call the infinite field. The infinite field, where whatever you want, whatever you desire is possible. It is possible, right? Because if it's possible for someone else, then it's possible for you. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you. If it's possible for anyone, Oprah or Elon Musk or whoever the heck, right? Go find somebody and be inspired. If it's possible, right, for them, then it's definitely 100,000 million% possible for you. I love you so much. I hope this helps you on your journey. I hope this helps you. I hope it helps you to give yourself a break. All right. I love you guys so much. This is Synolve signing off, and I'm going to see y'all in another video real soon. Bye-bye, guys.